Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We have somebody you're going to fall in love with today as much as we have fallen in love with her. And I just have to say before we start, I'm so glad you're part of our lives. I'm going to cry.
I know.
You've brought so much joy and happiness and connection to our family.
Mhm.
And I'm just, every time I see you, I just light up. So,
Well, we've talked about this a lot on the podcast, is these bright lights.
yes.
These people that are bright lights
yes.
and
And
not
have good energy.
Oh yeah, just so
Thank
positive and
you.
beautiful and I mean
I just learned so much from you
Yeah.
watching it. Who do we have today in studio?
I mean Bob's perfect partner.
No, please do not say that P word. I hate the word.
The word perfect or partner.
Oh, I love the word partner, especially Bob's partner. I just don't like the word perfect.
Yeah. Well,
You're perfect to us,
yes, yes.
and I like imperfectly perfect. Is
Imperfect.
like
And
perfect.
perfectly perfect.
So-
We have Nadia in the
Nadia in the house.
Thank you.
Beautiful Nadia.
Finally.
I mean, Adrian has spent like probably 4 hours with you, and he's just like, I love her.
Everybody
Aw.
does.
I love her.
It's so easy to be with your family, both of y'all, and it was so easy to integrate with the family,
Yeah.
and I feel lucky to feel like it's family.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Well, you are family for
Yes.
sure. Okay, we're gonna ask you some questions,
All right.
and then we're gonna get into like the nitty gritty. What's your sign first?
Sagittarius.
Okay, I'm just curious because I'm like, do you feel like you
Yeah.
resonate Sagittarius?
I don't know so much about it, but what has resonated is I think they say it's the only sign that's like half animal, so I think like half nature, half human, and I've just really
You
that
resonate
is
with
what-
nature.
yeah, that's what feeds me. I tell Bob, I go, let's go to your church one week, and then let's go to my church one week, which is the Greenbelt. So I
yeah.
just like that's where I find
Love
it. Yeah,
I love that. I'm the
Oh.
same. I love being outside as much as possible.
me
I-
too.
I feel like it is one of the most spiritual places to be.
I love the
yes.
Greenbelt.
I mean, walking outside, taking those shoes off, and just grounding and connecting. And
Yeah,
agreed, it's so beautiful.
I love to take the shoes off. That's a good habit.
Yeah, touch
Even
some
just in your
grass.
backyard or even in your neighborhood, just walk in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's where I get it. That's so in that way, maybe I am a Sagittarius. And
Yeah.
so I need to learn more about what the sign says. but-
Well,
Oh,
it says you guys are compassionate,
True.
very deeply caring, curious. You have like just a quest, like you're looking for like
yeah, like life's
being out
meaning.
and life's meaning.
Yep.
Emotionally intelligent, 100%. Honest, you value the truth, and independent and strong. You're very independent,
I
in my
agree.
opinion.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are all the good traits. We don't read the bad traits.
Okay, yeah, don't. But they might ring true also. I wouldn't mind hearing them.
Not
We'll do
on
that
air. We'll have a late night fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sit
at
by the
the
fire and
ranch.
talk about our.
Mhm.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Houston.
What part of Houston?
So I grew up in Spring,
Mhm.
and
Houston's so huge.
it is huge. I guess it's called Spring, maybe, but yeah, it's enormous. And we drove like an hour to get to school, and
Wow.
Wow.
but I mean, I like Houston, and my family still lives there and has everything there. So yeah, Houston's
Yeah.
great.
How many siblings do you have?
I'm the youngest of 5. So
The baby.
the baby. Yeah, and that's sort of been like a big thing for me in my life, is not being the youngest of 5, but being in our family. You know,
Right.
our family is important. I think that's also what makes me love your family because I can see family's important to Bob and to y'all.
Oh,
So-
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Was there an age gap between you and your next sibling?
So my sister's next, and it's a year and a half.
Okay.
Oh, same.
And so this is partly why I was a little nervous to come here because I'm an introverted person, but I was thinking about you two and just how connected you are. And I was like, you might be the two easiest people to talk to, like, in the world.
Oh,
that's
thank
nice.
you.
And my
I-
sister and I are also very close and
Oh.
love the gab together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good to grow up in my family, and it was a nurturing
Good.
family and a good balance of kind of discipline and pushing on maybe my dad's side and like nurturing and that warmth from my mom's side.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Aw.
ask, like, your connection with nature, is that from your upbringing, or is like you
No,
found that?
I don't know if it's from my upbringing. We didn't. So my dad is like from Palestine. Didn't grow up with a lot. He would not really choose to go camping. He doesn't understand why somebody would do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we didn't really have a special love for nature growing up. I just love it,
Yeah.
I just love
I mean, the moon today. Did you see the
I
moon?
didn't see the moon.
Oh, my land. It is
last night or
beautiful.
this morning?
this morning.
So
it was
isn't that great?
breathtaking.
October mornings, you can still see the
Oh
moon
my
so
God.
good.
With the time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shelly likes
Go
the time
see it
change.
tonight.
Okay.
Because Shelly's in her hoagie season. Is that what you call it? Hoagie.
It's like your
And so what is it,
Huggy.
Shelly?
It's the Danish way of living, and it's just slowing down and candles and being in nature and reading. It's comfy cozy.
That is exactly what I love and what I need more of. So I'm
Yeah.
going to let that rub off on me.
And I mean, when you go to the ranch,
Yeah.
you get to go and explore the ranch.
Bob puts us to work when
Yeah.
we're at the ranch.
We're not comfy cozy, except for at night, maybe.
At night.
We gotta get like a heating blanket over there and
Oh my
cozy it up.
God.
Put the fires on, but he makes us work really hard.
I know.
Especially
yeah.
Nadia.
Well, it makes you comfy cozy better. After
Yeah,
a
that's
good
true.
day
After a
of
hard day
labor.
working at the
Yeah.
ranch.
True.
For sure.
I'm sorry. Go back to your family. I'm sorry. I could talk.
No,
I
you're
could
right.
talk to you all day about
Huggy season.
Huggy. It's like
I don't
you're-
know if we're saying it right. It's like you're
No,
hawking up a loogie.
It is huggy.
Well, I love that vibe. I
It
love the comfy
is.
cozy. I told Bob, I said I stayed in bed on Sunday from 6 in the evening till 6 the next morning. So 12 hours just reading and
Yeah.
like watching a movie. I was like, it was amazing.
Oh my gosh,
That's lovely.
the
And I don't
dream.
ever do it. So which
Yeah.
is what makes it lovelier.
But you
Yeah.
get
You're a
to
busy
cherish
mom.
it. Okay, go back to family. I'm sorry for
That's
interrupting.
okay.
But
How many nieces and nephews do you have? You have a big family. I think sometimes
mean-
Bob goes to y'all's family events and he's like, because they have like a very small
I do
family.
too go to our family events and I'm like,
But he loves it. He loves it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not, that would not be a weird reaction to
Yeah.
have, it's a lot for me even. So there's 5 of us, there's 12 grandkids.
Wow.
And the family goes on. There's like a village of Elhajes in
Yeah.
Lebanon. We got a lot of family, especially like on my dad's side, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's really our nuclear family that we kind of spend the most focus on. And also for us, it's about the grandkid. It's
Yeah.
about, and I say the grandkids because it is in the eye of my parents. So it's about the grandkids,
Right.
know.
Right.
And so I
right.
call my mom Omi and Jiddo. So in German, Omi is like grandmother and Jiddo is in Arabic grandfather. So it's sort of about my parents and it's about the grandchildren.
So was your mom, is she German descent and your dad is Arabic descent?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
What an interesting
What a mix,
combination.
right?
How did they meet?
They met in France. They met like at a international club. And like the story is my dad was going to go to a party and there was a lady there, a French lady that he didn't really want to talk to. So he brought my mom as like the buffer.
A cushion. Yeah.
And that worked.
Oh,
And then-
wow.
yeah. And he
So
was
cute.
going to medical school in
Okay.
Europe. And so that's kind of how they started.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I think hearing stories similar to your parents, so brave to like
My dad's
leave
got
their
a-
area.
I know. I mean, my dad's story specifically is he like got on a boat with like a jug of olive oil. I mean, as the resource, like as the monetary resource.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. He came from like nothing.
Yeah.
So it's always like those people that like have a big drive, and sometimes that drive makes them a challenge to sometimes be
Sure.
with, but also it is what makes them them.
Yeah. But it's inspiring, but I understand if there's energy, like bitterness or whatever energy. That how old was your dad when he got on a boat with olive oil?
I know. He was like 20 or so.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
Yeah, and there was, war in Palestine where he was from, and it took, and like part of his family moved to Lebanon, part of his family stayed there. I mean, it kind of goes by us to be grateful to live in a country that doesn't have that. And so he really sees it. I mean, politically, America is, whatever each person thinks. My dad says,
but the fact that you get to,
but the fact that you can lay your head down at night safely, the fact that you can propel yourself up like by your bootstraps kind of thing.
And the fact that you get to have your own opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the things my dad sees coming from another country. Too. Yeah.
It's so interesting that like I
we
feel
take
like
it for granted, I think.
Yes. Yeah. So I will say, just like both of my parents being immigrants, it does like, I wouldn't like notice it on the outside, but it is in who I am, definitely. Yeah.
Well, and you carry it with such understanding and grace, and you try to see all sides, which is what I notice about you.
Yeah.
So I bet in a family with, that came from where your parents came from, and then seeing what they've had to go through. And then I know your dad had really pushed a big sense of like, you can do it, don't stop, Our dad was the same way. He was in the Marines, and it was very much like, you're gonna work hard and you're not gonna quit.
Drop and give me 10.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So we were kind of raised similarly in that way. But and you definitely have become extremely successful in my mind in that you've created a loving, environment for your sons. And you just exude this energy of kindness and acceptance. And so I think to me, that's the most successful anybody could be, is when people are just drawn to that positive energy that you exude.
I think that's success too, which is just to be able to have a good environment around you, a balance of work and not work. And it is good. And I feel definitely like blessed, divinely kind of guided, and I feel happy that I can be in my motherhood. That's a really important thing for me. Like, started the business, and then I don't know, maybe 6 years later had Grayson. I remember wearing him to work on me, like in one of those slings or whatever. And I didn't really know a lot of people who had children, so I just took him with me to work. And then eventually I was like, maybe I should put him in like a school or like I mean, I feel like since I was the first, even though I'm the youngest, I was the first one in my family to have children.
Oh, okay.
And so just like
the oldest grandchild?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And the oldest son has some of the youngest kids.
Oh, wow.
Isn't this weird?
What's the age difference between all of the siblings?
So my oldest brother, Mike, who I work with.
Okay.
Yeah, we are 14 years different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about.
What brought you to Austin?
So I went to UT here.
Okay.
Yep. And then kind of after I graduated, worked in Houston for a couple years, like kind of in the corporate world, and didn't love it. And then I had traveled in India and came back and kind of was in a moment of pause after coming back. And then my friend said we should start a business together in Austin. And this was my best friend from high school who I just adored. And I was like, a life of going to work with her every day would be like perfect.
Okay.
I know. I mean, it was
I'm
very
in.
similar.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. I mean, that's like
Yes,
success.
please. Yeah. Agreed.
So we did. We started a business. We looked on Craigslist for like, what business could we start? What is selling? And we found a popcorn machine that was selling for $1,000. And we thought we could take over and buy that popcorn machine for $1,000 and start a popcorn business. And so we did.
And now you own Cornucopia Popcorn.
And now we own Cornucopia, and it's 17 years later.
Oh, my land.
Yep.
I know. And it was just like what I really feel about the business. I know we're going to talk about it, but it's just like a platform to grow.
Right.
To grow. I mean, that's really what life is in general, but that's what the business is. I mean, I'm not even my mom as a young person, she goes, well, you'll never be a business owner. And she's my biggest supporter.
Yes.
Because I'm just not the type, really. I'm not super into making money. I'm not like really money driven. I'm not really, I would say economically I wasn't super savvy. I never took a business class.
Yeah.
Wasn't like, but starting a business with her, doing a project together with her is really what drew me to Austin. And then what kept me she left after a year, and that was a really hard thing for me to then still have this business that was no longer about our friendship was really heartbreaking. But then it became about something else, and it really became about like personal growth.
Right.
Yeah.
When did your brother join the
He
team?
joined 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So 15 years
So you
later.
had at least a decade just you plugging along.
Yep.
Wow. What an adventure that must have been for you. Like,
so like very youngest of 5, like lends to what the group wants, doesn't naturally seek a leadership position, I would say. And then 15 years of like learning how to make the decisions and kind of be the boss and grow your business and make mistakes and learn from really big mistakes. So I feel like there's a good balance of like knowing how to be the boss and take that leadership role when I need to, and then kind of coming from a place in my family and maybe my natural disposition where I don't really want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I battle that.
You want to be the boss? Great.
Yeah.
I would love for you to be the boss.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
You boss it up over there.
Yeah, you boss. I'll just follow your orders.
Send me mailbox money, please.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she's at the...
I know. She's hands-on.
What would you call it? It's a shop and
it's a shop, and we manufacture there.
And a manufacturer.
Yeah, well, it's a tasting room.
And it's a tasting room. Yeah, that's right. The Austin Chronicle, I was like 5-10 years ago, maybe it was like named us the #1 tasting room in Austin.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's a great compliment.
I know. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's big enough where we can we used to have 2 locations. We're down to 1.
Right.
And
so you had one near campus.
That's right.
But you said, you know what, we're going to focus because you're also growing other people's you manufacture popcorn, and then other companies put their name, but it has this was made in Austin and Cornucopia.
Right. So since COVID, we really kind of changed revenue streams from being very retail customers coming in, trying the popcorn. And now we do a lot of like catering and website orders and wholesale and even co-packing orders like what you're talking about.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I went the other day because she generously donated to CPATH again this year. And I went to pick up the popcorn, and I got to see, and I was like, I want to work here. I really do. I was like, the people were chill and vibe in their vibe. Chill. And so you have a group that packs up the popcorn into the different containers. You have a group that makes the popcorn in the back of the different flavors. I didn't meet Mike, but I think he has his office in the back. And then you have your manager, and you have Nadia. Nadia's kind of, sits with her sweater on because it's so cold in there. But she's like, running her deals,
Plugging
getting
away.
it going.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, well, I know it's getting to be hot season for you because people are putting in their holidays
Yeah.
and stuff. But I was like, can I just come and I'll be the person that does the packing? I would probably burn all the popcorn, so
Yeah, I
I'm not
wouldn't
going to do the
wanna.
cooking, but I could definitely put it in the container.
You be good, Jody. You're such a hard worker.
She is.
Well, and then I noticed like this one guy was watching like baseball, just like packing it up. I was like, yeah.
Honestly, go for
I could
it.
listen to books. I could like, you
Yep.
know, I'm like, this is a vibe. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And everybody was like a little family in there.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's good.
I like what you've built.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we work hard. Everybody works hard, but I think I try to use like I almost every week I was like, you don't have to be perfect. It's not going to go
No.
perfectly.
Yes.
No.
Thank you.
You got to take the pressure off yourself.
Thank you for saying this. I just saw this meme that it had 2 ladders, and one of the ladders is very chaotically built, and the other one was perfect, but they only had like 2 rings of the ladder trying to be perfect. And it was like you can get to the top without perfection.
Yes.
And that's so I'm so glad that you recognize that.
I say it to
I
other
love
people, but I
that.
think I'm really also saying it to other people just to hear it
For
myself
me, yes.
one more time.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of that drive in my family to try to be perfect, and it doesn't work for me, and it also gives me
No.
anxiety, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no such thing as perfect. Somebody's going to find the flaws. Somebody's going to, and it's probably you. You're going to be like, well, I don't like the way that sticker is. I mean,
You're going to focus on the wrong things if you're trying to be perfect.
it's also like in art, like that Japanese art form where it's like in the imperfection and in the
Yes.
cracks of the
Yes.
vase is the beauty.
Yes.
And you feel that. And I think when you're in a relationship with someone and you get closer, you realize it's in their like idiosyncrasies that really the vulnerability and the connection is. So I just like, as I age, like that's what I want to grow towards.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to say
I
this
love
because I was at the ranch and I saw that the second mountain was on Bob's nightstand. And I immediately texted you and said, oh my gosh, are you reading the second mountain? You're like, no, Bob it. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's because you're already there.
Oh, well, if kind of allowing myself more permission and humanness or authenticity also,
Yeah.
that's what I want. And he's so great. And that was his
Very
book.
spiritual, for sure.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, what's your second purpose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
not about, it's about peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That's so sweet. And you're raising 2 boys. Well, one is a grown man.
One's a grown man, and I often say boy, and then I have to say, ooh,
I know.
He's a grown man. He just graduated from
Texas
Guns Up,
Tech.
Texas
That's
Tech.
right.
Oh.
Texas Tech. Yep. And he's 23,
23.
and he did his electrical engineering
Oh,
degree.
my
Very smart.
gosh.
It's very smart, but it's a hard job market right now.
It
So I think
is.
he thought he was going to graduate,
Mhm.
and then he was going to be smooth sailing.
No, I
And
know.
I think it's a little bit of an awakening right now.
It's
for him.
everywhere, though. I don't understand it. All these people coming out hungry to start their next adventure, start
Right.
their mountains, and here they are like, oops,
What do you
stopped.
think it is? Because I feel like AI is a huge factor,
Right.
and people are not leaving their jobs. People are not retiring.
Well,
and so
that's
there's
the
not,
point, because the economy is so iffy that people can't retire. They
Yeah.
can't say,
Okay.
I'm going to go relax now because it's too expensive to
What do you
relax.
think it is?
I think that Bob and I were just talking about this morning because we were like, okay, what can we do to help him?
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's just going to take like building connections for
It
him
is,
and
yes.
really just getting his first job,
Yes.
first foot in the door,
Yes.
and then rolling with it. He's a great kid. He's great, like personally, he's easy to be around, and he's a great brother to his brother. And
Yes.
I'm not worried for him, generally speaking. He just needs his first chance,
Yeah.
you know?
I think that's exactly right. people are not betting on the newbies like they used to. Let's give them a chance. They're going to grow it. They're going to change. They want people with so much experience already. It's like, bet on those newbies. Give them a chance. You're going to see
especially somebody
new
that's hungry.
energy. Yeah.
Right.
Somebody that's hungry for, the opportunity. It's like...
No,
Yeah.
I understand. And I know whenever he gets that opportunity, he's going to shine.
Yes, and maybe this time of him looking for a job and not finding one quite yet will make him hungrier and will make him more grateful for it and realize things don't just fall in your lap because you have a degree.
Yeah.
Right.
What would he love to do?
He would love to do, I think, anything in his field of electrical engineering, just get a first job doing engineering. Right now, he is doing an internship with AI, an unpaid internship. So even just getting a paid job in the electrical engineering field would be a great first step for him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we know anybody out there listening,
I mean, I'm sorry for the ignorance, but is electrical engineering actually the wiring and stuff like that?
I think he could do boards, the wiring boards. And I think a lot of people, companies like Samsung, these big tech companies in Austin, but I think he might have to start in kind of doing electrical engineering in construction or, Yeah, I think just having a job, going to work every day and having purpose.
I know an executive director for FSG. That's why I'm asking. That's why Sam Smith.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll definitely try to get you some connections.
Yeah.
We know some people out there.
Larissa listens every day. Larissa, give me a call.
Yeah. And then you have your beautiful kiddo, Grayson, who I don't know what he's going to do. He should be a speaker. He should be a greeter. He should be someone that he makes you feel so seen when you're around him.
He's a great kid.
Yes.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Okay. So he's in middle school?
He's in middle school.
Okay.
At Lamar.
At Lamar. Okay. Okay.
He's just a joy. He's a joyful person. There's so many parts about him that are really just so different from me. He's just so extroverted and confident.
Yeah.
He definitely should be in front of people for his life because that's where he would want to be, you know. I remember that when I took him trick-or-treating and he was 3 and he was saying hello to every person we passed in Hard Park and somebody goes, "That's going to be the next president."
Oh, wow.
And of course you love that idea as a mom, but it was just he's such a extroverted, confident guy.
I love that.
Yeah.
He's so sweet and welcoming. And he's you really work hard as a mom to teach him okay, go help so-and-so, put somebody else first. I notice you're not he's not the first person in line to get his food. He's let me go make your plate for you. And he's very kind with Graham and very sweet with everybody.
Yeah, we definitely need to teach all the children how to serve somebody else before themselves,
Sometimes you try and it just doesn't
stick.
doesn't always stick, but that's okay.
I know. And it doesn't have to be every occasion, right? You don't have to always be putting everybody else before yourself. I think maybe we sometimes got that message as women from our mothers, and we got to learn oppositely how to eventually serve yourself.
Right. Put that mask on.
Yeah, but I don't know if boys have the same problem in this in this day. So I think you have to parent to each child, and it's different, right?
Every kid is different. That's so true. You're spot on.
Yeah.
Okay, you are not only a business owner, a mom, a sister, a daughter, a friend, a confidant.
A beautiful light.
Yes, but you also play volleyball. Where do you play volleyball?
Yes, I do. I play at the rec center at House Park, that House Park Rec Center, Austin Rec Center. And I play in a league for the last maybe 8-9 years, and it's been a real joyful thing for me.
Oh my lands, I want to watch.
Yeah,
it's really fun. I played in high school, and I loved doing it in high school. And my parents were very much it's only about education. Yeah. And my coach actually had to call my dad and be
there's some talent
let
here.
her play.
Yeah.
maybe it was the talent, or maybe she just knew I really wanted to play, and they did. So I really felt lucky to play in high school. It was, I was grateful for it. And then, like, I think in my adult life, I realized, like, I was sick, and I was like, you know what? I want to really do something that is joyful to me, that is life affirming to me. And so then I found that, and I stuck with it. And every season, the team captain is like, who's in for next season? And there's a million reasons why you should, do something else, or you're so busy. And then every season I'm like, I'm in, and I'm glad I do, because then it becomes 9 years later and you've been doing it. And am I getting better? Maybe not,
What's your team name?
Serves with Curves.
Nice.
So all the team names, and that might be the cleanest of all the names. So I will not tell you all of them.
Oh my God, hilarious.
But it's fun. It's like all age groups, really. There's like grandmothers on the team. There's young people on the team.
I want to come
What
cheer.
days do you play?
I know.
We play Thursdays.
Nice.
I've also played at the Eastside YMCA, which is a fun gang to play with too. So if anybody's looking to play volleyball, they should check that out as well. Might be a little bit easier to just kind of join a team there. Eastside Y.
Okay. That's a beautiful way. There's a beautiful hiking trail behind it.
Walnut Creek.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
I love that community too.
I do too. We hit that Y probably twice a month. We're just like
I like the mix of community there.
Yeah.
That's super fun. So you alluded that you had some sicknesses and some illnesses for a while. What did you battle, and how old were you when you had?
So I always think of it like in my terms of my motherhood. Grayson was 2. He was still like breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And I got diagnosed with skin cancer. It was melanoma, so it was a serious skin cancer, and it had spread. So it was stage 3 melanoma. This is not a good thing.
Right.
That's a bad one. And that kind of started the CAT scans, and then they found 2 other primary cancers. So at the age of 33, and with Grayson at 3 years old, I had 3 different stage 3 cancers.
Yeah.
It was not a good time. It was a scary time.
Very scary.
And that is and probably like a year later, after I had gotten my thyroid removed, my right kidney removed, lymph nodes removed, that is also, and I was healing, that is partly when I was like, you know what, I need to do something that is life affirming.
Right.
Whatever happens, I need to.
So you were like, volleyball.
I need to play some volleyball here.
I want to play some volleyball. Man.
And it really was life affirming. And it's good friendships too.
Yeah.
And it was a hard time to.
It is very hard.
It was hard. It was. I always feel like it was good for my family. Is a bunch of family of doctors. My dad is a doctor. My sister, 2 of my brothers.
Yeah.
My sister's. It's a family of doctors, and for them to come with me to my appointments at MD Anderson and be on the side of the table of the patient was a really good experience for them, especially my dad. Mistakes were made, and for my dad to realize, doctors aren't perfect.
Right.
MD Anderson's not perfect. And still we keep going. And I'm sure any one of them would have loved to take that journey off of my plate. And in some ways, I'm glad nobody could, because it really became like part of where I get my confidence from.
Right.
It's not like I think as you get older, you realize like what you really derive your confidence from and what you don't.
Right.
And I would say like taking my business 18 years has been hard, and I get confidence from it, and getting past 3 cancers, I get confidence from that too.
Absolutely.
May I ask, like, your skin cancer, how did you find it?
Yeah, it was like a small mole, but it was right on my bra strap on the back of my back, right in the middle. And it was probably the size of like the end of a pencil eraser, or half of that even. It was not large. It was not raised, but it was right where my bra was. So it was
uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. And I I didn't have a doctor. I didn't even have health insurance at that time. And I went to my son's doctor and I said, do you think you can take this mole off my back? Her name was Dr. Pugh at Central Family Practice. And then I was there like face down and she was going to do it and she numbed the area. And then I was like, you know what? This is so cosmetic. Let's skip it. Let's not do it. And she goes, you know what? Let's do it. You're already here. I already numbed it. Let's do it. So she did it. And then a couple weeks later, she came back and she called me and she goes, I want to let you know that we tested and you were positive for melanoma.
Wow.
And then, I mean, so many things happen.
Love you, Dr. Pugh.
I know.
Yes.
I just love her.
Yeah.
So that started me kind of looking into it. Then they took out my lymph nodes under my armpits and they're like, it's all clear. And then my dad found out about all this. I talked to him after the fact about it. And he said, I want to see the slides, the actual pathology from the past. So he called the pathologist in Austin, asked for the slides. It took him a long time. And they go, you know, as we were preparing these, Dr. Elhaj, we realized it actually has spread. And so just him insisting on getting the pathology.
Thank you, Dad.
Wow.
Oh, my
is really
lands.
what changed the prognosis. So then they're like, since it has spread, now we have to do CAT scans. So that's actually how they found the other two that would have just kept growing. So that's why I just feel like really divinely led in so many things.
Absolutely.
Wow. One of our friends who is a nurse practitioner went through the same kind of, oh, you're fine. And it ended up being stage 3 breast cancer and, you know, double mastectomy later. It's like, you know, and she was like, no, you're fine, multiple times. And it was like, no, I'm not.
And so she didn't feel fine.
She just knew more than the average bear to push a little further and
Like your
ask for
dad.
the ultrasound.
Well, so that is like what I felt fine the whole time. Even on the third cancer, I felt fine. I was always like, doctors like, how are you doing? And I was like, I can stand on my head for 2 minutes for you, doc, if you want. And they're like, you have another cancer. And I'm like, I would have never known. But what about your friend? I think it's staying super on top of your healthcare, pushing the doctor, pushing to get your results, pushing for the next. You have to be like your strongest advocate, right?
I mean, you're the only one that knows your body. You're the only one that knows this is uncomfortable. I need to dig into this.
And I keep touching it and I keep kind of messing with it. Like there might be a reason for that. Or like I remember like my CAT scan showed like, oh, the thyroid lit up, but no one really talked to me about and then later they're like, well, you do. Or like, so you just have to be an advocate for yourself, especially with your healthcare. I would say like the biggest, I don't have advice to anybody on anything, but if I could say something, it would be like, do not put your head in the sand about anything.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Just deal with it. Just say the thing, even if it's uncomfortable.
Say it. Yeah.
So how regularly do you go back for exams?
So for the first 5 years, I had CAT scans at least twice a year. At the beginning, it was every 3 months. So I'm pretty on top of it now because I think you cannot control everything. It might just be that I have the genetics. I have 3 cancers, but I can control like some things. And so those things I try to control, like whatever. I try to not eat a lot of sugar. I try to exercise every day. Try to control my stress because I actually think that was a big one. Sleeping is a big one. But there are certain things you can't control. And at some point you have to lay your head down at night, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Good stuff. Man, thanks for sharing.
Yes.
What a journey.
It was
brave
a
of you.
journey.
And through this journey, brightest light.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Thanks.
That's impressive.
That kind of moment really, it does make you different. It makes you very like receptive to also what other people are going through. Like I heard a lot of other people's stories when I was sensitive. Like it makes you just a very sensitive vessel, and then you just feel everybody's story. You become very
Yeah.
sensitive to everybody's story.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you would consider yourself an empath?
I mean, I would say at that time in my life,
Mhm.
I felt that more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To be honest, now it's, so Grayson's 12. It's 8 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And she's on the second mountain.
Yeah. I love it.
She just brings that up all the time.
I gotta read it,
Oh,
Shelly.
it's
I gotta read
so
it now.
good. It's so powerful.
But do you feel like you have to protect yourself a little from feeling a lot of other people's emotions, or do you just deep dive into it?
I think feel a lot of people's stuff. I mean, I am the leader of a team of 15 at work, and so I kind of feel everybody's thing, you know, because I am like the leader there. So I need to, I hear about everybody's thing. But no, I mean, I think I have a pretty, only because we've got to be able to maintain ourselves and have some, you can't hold everything from everybody, but
Right.
yeah, it's good to be present. And
Be
That's
present.
nice.
You are very present, I
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah.
I definitely noticed that about her.
No,
because
so true.
one thing is sometimes when you have an aging parent, which we did not have really aging parents. I mean, they aged very early out, but you kind of are like, okay, I'm going to take her groceries and then I'm going to leave. And Nadia will stop, sit, take the time to just, you know, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to the next thing. And you are always ever present with Graham and just, you know.
Thank you,
I
Jody.
really appreciate
from the
that.
one who gives the most.
No,
honestly.
but I'm like, let's go, hurry up. We
well,
gotta
I
do
just
this,
see for
this,
my
this.
mom, what she really wants is she wants to tell her story, you know?
Mhm.
That's what she wants. So we grew up like sitting around the dinner table and for like at least an hour. And then sometimes my dad and brothers would argue about something and then longer. But sometimes I think what my mom, and I'm very close to my mom, what she wants is to be able to talk and tell her story. And even when we're at like Thanksgiving dinner and everybody's done, she'll be like, no, but don't clean up. Don't try to clean up. Just sit and like listen to everybody talk, you know, and talk or whatever. But yeah.
The dishes can wait.
The dishes can wait.
The
And we all
dishes
have
can
so
wait.
much to do. We get so good at doing so much.
What's next? What's next? What's
yeah.
next?
And
What's next?
sometimes we should not.
Yes.
Take
Yes.
this moment and just embrace it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I think your spiritual journey, your health journey,
Your book can be called "The Dishes Can Wait."
Oh,
I
very
love
good.
I would read that.
Write
I would read
that
it. I would read it. I love that.
it.
Okay, you've traveled.
I haven't traveled enough though, but I
No
have
way.
traveled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are some of your favorite places you've been?
I loved going to India. I was young and it was before I started my company and it was really just like a fearless, spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
It was so exciting to do that. I would love to travel one day, like by myself, you know,
Yeah.
just have that experience of like really any moment deciding what I want to do next. I don't really have that.
Have you?
I
I'm
understand.
sorry. I feel the vibe, so I have to ask. Have you read Untethered?
No.
Oh,
Untethered?
Christmas gift. You got her.
And so, can you
Oh.
speak to it at all?
Oh no, Untethered is it speaks to traveling. One of the parts of it is women specifically need to go on an annual trip by themselves.
It doesn't have to be far. You
No,
can do an
yeah.
annual trip by yourself, even if, like, for me, I've been trying to go out to the ranch by myself.
I
And
love
that just
that,
feels
Jody.
very untethered because then I could just do what I want.
Yep. Exactly.
I love it.
You
when
clean out
nobody else is
closets.
there. Well, but I feel like I'm doing things that I want to do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, and I don't have a lot of people like,
Yeah, it's very
intervene,
interesting.
so.
Have you ever been on a trip by yourself?
No.
yeah.
I just really haven't, and I really want to.
do
I haven't really
it.
either.
Do it.
I've got to do some good trips. My dad's taken me back to, we went to Lebanon and we also went to his hometown of Haifa. Palestine, which is now Israel. And so I've got to see, and I've gone to Germany, and I've got to see kind of where my family's from, both sides. And Bob and I have traveled through the United States really great. Bob loves to travel and encourages
Loves
it.
to travel.
Yeah.
He's a travel bug.
He does. And he would, every birthday and holiday, like, Christmas, he would give the kids each something into their travel fund. And so by the end, he was like, I want you to use this for travel.
Yeah.
And
That's so brilliant.
I think definitely Peyton used hers for travel. And I think Harry has his hiding right now, put away from himself until he's ready to travel.
He's a saver.
Yeah. And then Cameron, I think she just had to get through med school. And she'll eventually use it. But I thought that was such a lovely way. Yeah. Instead of giving a bunch of stuff, it's like, here's something but it was very much like, you have to use this for travel, not for bills. Yeah. Please do something for your soul.
Because travel evolves you. And it opens your eyes.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. I think that's so great that your dad took you to his
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And because, you hear your parents like talk about, I grew up in a room with our whole family of 7 in the size of this room. And we would just share a mattress on the ground. Yeah. And we hear these stories, and I walked uphill both ways to school and whatever. But then when we got there, and we saw his house, and then he knocked on the door, and a Muslim family opened the door. And so it's not as typical to come in, especially if there's a woman in the home, and they let us in. And so I really got to actually see the room that my dad did grow up in. And that the story is true. It is not bigger than that.
And that hill was up
exactly.
and down. And up. It was a big ass hill.
Yeah. Wow. And it was so cool because we went back to his town, and it was like the barber was like the son of the barber that was my dad's.
That's amazing.
And they're all like, they know of him, or it's just kind of.
They're like, you're the doctor from the U.S.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to travel and do more things. Yeah. I know when we're in our mom period.
Yes.
Our mom era. I guess Taylor Swift. that takes over for a while, but then once they are grown and they're doing their thing, then it releases you to go on your big adventure. Yes. So I get
excited.
that.
I can't wait to hear about your untethered adventure.
Ooh, and I can't wait to read that book.
It's very good. It's very powerful. I have to ask you, favorite book?
Oh,
once you read Untethered, you'll be like, oh my
God. That might be my favorite book. I've been actually reading a lot now that I've gotten glasses, and I realized I think that's what I was missing. I'm reading a book right now, and I enjoy it a lot. Bob gave it to me. It's called Feral, and she goes to all the national parks by herself for the most part.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
It's a great one. So I do like that kind of story of like the woman adventuring story.
Yeah. That's fun.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one. I'm
very Bob's
excited.
a big reader.
So. Oh, yeah. He's a big reader. Favorite restaurant in Austin? Sorry.
Oh.
Well, she's a great cook.
Okay.
No, I do love to cook, but in terms of, I like sushi. I have Kome right next to my house.
Oh,
I love going to Kome, getting some sushi. I love kind of popping into the neighborhood spots and just like walking somewhere. My house is really close to Home Slice. So
oh my God, being able to walk, it's a whole different.
Yeah.
It's a whole. I love it so much.
That's really.
It makes me love the restaurants more if I can walk.
I know.
I'm all about walking to the restaurant.
Yes. Well, you're in the perfect spot for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Our walking is like little Dottie.
Shelly has little Dottie, but that's fun. She's made a little neighborhood out of it.
And Hecho, which is great. But what do you cook?
I like to Spitfire challenge cook. So just sort of like whatever I got kind of cook.
Oh, nice.
And that's sort of my mom's style. My mom.
A little goulash. Did you grow up on some goulash?
I didn't grow up on as much German food as you'd think because my dad was like, so she was like, but she likes to make something out of nothing. That's like my mom in a nutshell. She was so good at that. She goes, anybody can go to Whole Foods and spend $100 and make dinner, but can you just use what you have? Make something great.
Fun challenge.
So I love that kind of challenge.
Well, and Nadia does not like to waste
I don't like to waste.
It drives me nuts.
Yes. And I think that's also, my mom is like post-World War II Germany, and her parents owned a butcher shop that they lived right above. So the kind of retail shop and like being budgeting and that German kind of vibe is in me also.
Yeah.
But may I ask what your mom's religious background was when she was in Germany?
Yeah, and so I think they grew up Christian, probably Lutheran, or my dad grew up Catholic, so it's called Maronite. It's like a division of Catholicism that was brought to Lebanon by Saint Maroon, and so that's why Maronite. But so we grew up Christian, and we grew up going to a church, not every Sunday, but, regularly, that was in Arabic.
Okay.
So the service was in Arabic and Aramaic, which is the language of Jesus, and then partly in English. So and I brought Bob to the church, and it is a thriving, well-to-do church because it's like all the Arabs in Houston, all the Lebanese, And he was just like, he's like, I feel like we're in another country.
Was he the only blonde?
He wasn't the only blonde because in Lebanon there is like a line of blonde people with blue eyes, kind of.
Yeah.
But there's so many beautiful children there. All the dads.
Gorgeous.
There's such invested dads.
Yes,
so
I
it's
love that.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
It's so good for him to see that.
You live next door to one of our favorite little people.
Yes.
Tallulah.
Tallulah. We've had her on the podcast.
She's so cute.
Yes.
We took her to what was it?
We don't
A
have her name on
safari.
it, but she was on
Okay.
the podcast.
She was really cute. They were
we
she and
took her and
PJ were just
PJ.
screaming in the back. It was really
We have like an audio of them screaming for like 3 minutes. That was
Oh my God. It's been so sweet to be able to watch her grow up and watch the
family,
children
yes.
grow up in the street. I feel so lucky. We got a couple good neighbors that have been there for a long time.
And your Halloween was amazing.
Yeah. Did you go to Hyde Park?
No, but
Okay.
I saw videos from PJ.
Yeah.
I was like, she goes,
Living it
best Halloween ever.
Yeah, y'all have the best neighborhood in Austin,
so
I think.
fun.
It's fun.
It's tight and connected.
Well, this Halloween was the first one where Grayson was like, Mom, I'm going to go off by myself.
Yeah.
But Bob and I still went into Hyde Park by ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we were kind of like leaving the dance floor area in the middle. And I was like, Grayson, want us to pick you up? And he's like, Mom, I've been at home for 30 minutes. So I guess we like partied him out.
Wow.
He had fun.
Outplayed him.
Outplayed him,
What a-
exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember when the kids started going by themselves. It's kind of a fun adventure for them.
Yeah. And it's fine.
Well, you have a relationship with one of our favorite humans, Bob.
Yes.
What is your like favorite thing? I've known him.
Yeah.
I've known him for
34 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. And so, I mean, he's always.
So Bob is just the best for me. And I've known him actually for 17 years.
Mhm.
So we first met and dated 17 years ago.
Mhm.
And we were both just too young to kind of make it work. And, but I remember, and we didn't talk when we weren't dating, but he would text me once a year. I pray for your complete healing in your cancer. When I had cancer.
That's the kind of guy he is.
He
So
just
thoughtful.
once a year, and he didn't continue the conversation. It
Mhm.
was just the one text. I
Okay.
pray for your 100% healing.
Mhm.
And it was just so sweet that he would do that. And I love a million things about him, but mostly I love that for me, he feels wise,
Mhm.
and I learn from him. And
Yeah.
not like all the things in the book, but like the real wisdom of humility. He's in his wisdom. I feel like he says things like, I'm going to, even when we fight, I seek to understand like
Yes.
what your point, he's just, I feel like he is in some ways like a mentor to me, and I like learning from him.
Mm.
That's why a lot of like even the girlfriends I have are maybe like a little older, a little wiser or something. I like having people that can make me a better person in my life, you know?
Well, I think y'all both live in curiosity for each other and the world around you. So I think that's one reason why y'all kind of gravitate towards one another.
I feel just being a spectator on the outside, you have brought him so much peace.
Oh my gosh, girl. I could tell you. He used to be so grumpy.
Well, I mean,
before he'd get his coffee. And now I'm like, he just looks at the day like, oh, I get to be around Nadia. So
I know. I mean, honestly, I feel like he's a little boy.
Yeah.
We both feel like, we both feel so
childlike.
grateful. I don't think
It's
either
wonderful.
of us saw this happening, like not in a million years. And I think we are lucky. We know we are lucky to have this chance, you know?
Man.
Nadia, I saw y'all on your rekindle date. Y'all were at La Mancha. I was like over in the background.
Wait a second, their first?
It was like their first rekindle date. And I saw Bob come in and I was like, oh my gosh, he's on a date. And I hid in the corner and I just got my food to go and
Did
I
you
left.
know
I
this?
did not go and say, hi, I'm Bob's sister-in-law. I just was like, oh gosh. And so then I scampered off and then luckily.
Are you just hearing this for the first time?
Bob told me, I think Jody was there and she saw us.
Oh my God.
I would have loved him more knowing you,
No,
Jody.
I was like, I want to give him his privacy, you know? And then I was just so happy that, you know, y'all found each other.
Oh my
Me
gosh,
too.
I love
Me
that.
So it was meant to be. So
I know.
One of my favorite things is your neighbor. She shared that y'all have these date nights and that she's so excited about your date nights.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, they're going out, you know, they have a date night on this night and, you know, they try to do it every week and it's just
that's good.
inspiring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that you getting to hear like conversations
from other people.
Yeah. It's like but I mean we had like a 35-minute conversation about y'all's date night.
Oh my gosh.
And no, because she said like you walked out and like he's taking you on a date. Like he's not just like sitting in the car waiting. He's like first dating you at, you know,
that's sweet.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, and that y'all's like when y'all see each other because she sees through the window and it's like just
like Kravitz.
Yeah.
It's Kravitz. No, she just like seeing you so happy.
Yeah. We're pretty I mean, I would say it's a good tip to have a date night. And you don't even have to go out. You just have to be intentional to have like special time together. Yeah. It is good. And my son is at an age now where if I do have to leave him alone for 2 hours, it's okay.
He's fine.
He's fine. He prefers it even.
Oh, yeah. Kids love to be alone.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you have
when
a great
they're like
neighborhood.
a teenage
You have a
time.
great neighborhood of support. That
if he needed anything, he could go next door across the street.
Well, I am inspired by that. Thank you for allowing me to talk about your
date nights. Yeah.
One of our friends, and I feel like it's a movement because I've heard it on other things, and it's like part of this untethered thing is dating yourself.
And so I listened to that podcast and I sent it to our sister Mary Wynn.
Yeah.
And I love that idea.
I know. It's so good.
It is.
Yeah. And I thought, wow, how do you want to date yourself?
Yeah.
And I actually really thought about it. I go, I think I would want to make a picnic for myself.
Sit outside.
And like put some music. And I don't know. That's what I thought about for my date.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. I love the picnic idea.
I love
sitting somewhere.
I think it's
nature.
Like to ask as like a woman, you don't often ask her, what do I really want? Like what would really make me happy, you know? And so I think that's a good practice to ask yourself that. It doesn't mean you can give yourself everything you want.
Sure.
But yeah.
Well, I mean,
this has been so amazing.
It's
Before
so
we
fun
go,
to talk to y'all.
What's the name of your cat? Tell Shelly.
Mommy's Happy Hours or Hours.
Your cat's name is Mommy's
Happy Hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cat.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so we call her Hours for short.
Okay. Hilarious.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Well, and you have to plug your business.
Cornucopia Popcorn is my business. We do 40 different flavors of gourmet popcorn. We are gearing up for the holidays where we have fun flavors like chocolate peppermint bark, snickerdoodle,
Oh
and
my gosh.
all these really great flavors. And everyone's favorite flavor is dill pickle. And you should try it. If
It's
it
so
sounds
good.
crazy to you, try
It's
it.
so good.
And we ship.
Tastes like Chick-fil-A.
It does taste like
No.
kind of. I do like Chick-fil-A. We do like tins. People put their logo on it as client gifts, and we
Yeah.
ship it all over the United States. So you can find us at Cornucopia Popcorn, or you can go to popcorndelivery.com. And if you use code
ShodyMedia.
ShodyMedia, you get 10% off.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, check
And it
it out.
supports the podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a local business, and it
Yeah.
supports like 15 hardworking people. So
Yes.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
In your neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
We love it.
thanks for coming all this way.
It was a
Thank
gift at
you.
Camp Shellbell.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It was. We love you so much,
We
Nadia.
love you.
Thank you for having me.
Keep that light on. That's so
Y'all too.
beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, Texas, Texas.
Yeehaw.